Hello there. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for being here. Little Santo for you. Little Santo for me. Irareando, ireanda, yoleanda, shiaya. Hallelujah. Thank you. Thank you. Hallelujah. Thank you for my body and my breath. Thank you, Source. Thank you. I release all and any energy that is not mine, and I call back all energy that is mine. Thank you, universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's catch a vibe. The one download I had was that Cheers song. I don't know if some of you, this is way before your time, but there's a show about like these people that show up at this bar every night. It's called Cheers, and the theme song is like, I can't think of it, but I know the one line is where everybody knows your name. I can't even think of the tune, but you could have access, or like this could be in the 3D where like you go somewhere and people know you, you're recognized, you're allowed access, and somebody else thinks that just anybody is allowed access because you are, and it's like not the case. And I'm getting this is like more spiritual than like in this 3D reality, where it's like spiritually someone in your energy or you has access to certain dimensions, certain realms, certain energies, and someone else thinks that because that person can do A, B, and C or has access to that particular energy or God, goddess, past life or realm, the realm of Venus, the underworld, whatever it is that just like everybody does. And like, of course they do too, but they don't realize that that actually has to be earned, and maybe not earned, like maybe someone has earned access in past lives that have built up to this life. So they have access to all these things, and it's because they've earned them over many lifetimes. And that this person who just thinks that it's like willy-nilly, and I don't know, that's such a weird phrase. I don't know where that came from, but they're maybe going to find out, hopefully not in a hard kind of way, that they don't. I'm getting that somebody potentially is. They're gonna like try and use an energy or access something that they're not an energetic match to, and it's gonna like turn on them or bite them in the butt. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. This message is timeless. Whenever you come across it is when you're meant to come across it. These, take what resonates, leave what doesn't for who it's meant for, and flip the rules wherever they need to go. Maybe I'm talking about, maybe I'm talking to you, but it's not you, it's someone in your energy. Or maybe I'm talking about someone in your energy and it's not them, it's you. Flip it where it needs to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's too many. I don't want this to be a long reading. I'm gonna just like one or two, preferably one. I'm gonna pick a card tonight after I've shuffled up real good from the What's the Vibe deck. Thank you, Spirit, for messages for our highest good. Just thank you so much for all of it. Dashi koi andaria dashi idoshiki amiyadoshi oyanana dashiki andoi idashiki anayadodayalaya. I just want to shuffle up really good. This is a new deck for, as some of you know, and I want to experience all the cards. Okay. Ooh, salty, bitter, angry, petty. Hmm. Somebody's salty. Hmm. Bitter, angry, petty. What I'm getting to is there's a Bible verse that talks about if the salt has lost its flavor, then it's like useless. And it's in connection to the verse or verses about not hiding your light, like that children's song, won't hide my under a bush. Something about not hiding your light under a bush. Oh no. Something. um, and it uses Jesus in this particular story in the Bible is also uses the metaphor of salt being salty. Like salt is meant to add flavor. It's not meant to do nothing. It's not meant to like go unnoticed. It's meant to add, to season. And so I'm also getting that somebody, like someone doesn't like their light, how bright it is. Maybe they need to get a pair of sunglasses. Somebody doesn't like somebody's shine, and the light shines on, like the light reveals the lies. Like the light, especially in the context of what Jesus is talking about, is the truth. So somebody's truth essentially is shining a light on some lies, deception, deceit, darkness, manipulation. And or another way of saying that is somebody's truth, it is adding, like it's being noticed, it's being heard, it's adding flavor to the mix, flavor that somebody doesn't want, energy, a vibration. in a situation and somebody doesn't want that vibration, that energy in there, doesn't want that flavor in there. Just like someone's going against the grain. Someone's going against the direction that someone else wants a situation, a person, a decision to go. And they're bitter, angry, and or being petty about the fact that someone is going against the grain. And I'm getting like somebody is just being honest, like about their own truth. Like it's not personal. Like they're just, I mean, it could be personal now, depending on the situation, but somebody was just being themselves. Maybe you were just being yourself, fucking, saying what you say, moving how you move, doing what you do. And it was just like too healed, too bright, too right, too healthy, too evolved, too strong, too independent, too something for someone else. And they decided to be really fucking petty about it. And it's yeah. They like took it personally when it wasn't. And so now everything since that point, that like turning point of choosing to take it personally or not, someone chose to. And so it's like everything since that turning point has just felt so fucking personal. Cheers, my dears. Red roses or red carnations could be significant. The color red could be significant. Someone could cook. Someone could make some like savory dishes. Someone could over season things sometimes. All right, let's go deeper into this energy. Okay. The sun, the truth, the light, exposing what has been hidden in the cloak of darkness. Somebody does not like it. With the word bitter, like I feel like someone could have just been being themselves and someone was like bitter about something that had nothing to do with that person. Like, for example, you're just being yourself and you've changed in whatever ways. And somebody was really bitter about some past experience. Maybe it had something to do with you, maybe it didn't. but you being your more confident self, more courageous self, triggered whatever bitterness it was that was like essentially like hiding, I'm hearing lurking inside of them. Could also have to do with this situation. Um, I think it was the last reading I did. There was a theme about someone being hunted, and when I was meditating earlier today, I got this message that somebody might think that they're hunting someone, that they're like essentially I saw a fox, and the fox was hunting its prey and hiding and being clever and foxy, and someone's intuition was alerted, and the wolf, like the intuition, I don't want to go too deep into the vision that I saw because it's complex, but essentially the wolf was hunting the fox while the fox was hunting the wolf's cubs. And the cubs, they're an aspect of the wolf. But essentially, the hunter is unknowingly being hunted. And I think that was the same message that came out and is coming out again. So you, flip it where it needs to go. Maybe you're essentially like watching someone while they watch someone else, or maybe you're watching, hunting someone, not realizing that someone sees you. Someone sees you. Okay, so the sun, we have all 12 zodiac signs on this card. We have, it looks similar to the lovers card. I think it's the lovers card in this deck. I just heard a really cool, so the sea goat is on here, which is Capricorn at the very top there, sea goat. And then the lovers is like showing up in the house of Cancer. But the sea goat, so the goat is represents the part of us that perseveres, keeps going, keeps climbing. And it's this dedication, specifically when it has to do with career. Capricorn rules the house of the 10th house, which is the house of career and reputation, status, image. And it's like, someone who goes to school and they stick it all the way through until they're that doctor or until they get that PhD, and they still keep going, or something as simple as, working your way up the ladder in whatever kind of position and whatever kind of employment. Um, but what Molly McCord was talking about this, she was saying, you know, whatever it is, it could be, you know, um, you're working out to achieve the kind of body that you want, or you're healing yourself to achieve the ability to handle situations that used to super overwhelm you, whatever it looks like. that's like the goat, like reaching, climbing, not giving up no matter what, and like getting there, right? The accomplishment. And then the sea part is like the fish tail is symbolizes the wisdom and spiritual knowledge and just like the wisdom of learning from life and learning from its lessons and learning from others and spiritual evolvement and growth and understanding, specifically when it comes to like karma and incorporating that into why you persevere, why you keep climbing. Like the two energies work simultaneously. Um, because I have always wondered why Capricorn, like why the sea goat, like the goat part made sense to me, but not the sea part, especially because Capricorn is like usually when you hear it talked about, like the energy is very, it's ruled by Saturn, which is this 3D reality, and it's time, it's the construct of time. And like I didn't know like what it had to do with the fishtail, which is like emotion, right? Emotion and intuition and spirituality. And to hear that, I don't know, it was just so beautiful. Like every sign is so, literally every sign is so dualistic, especially across the wheel from Cancer, which to me is a very dualistic sign. Um, Cancer is very intuitive, feels deeply, is capable of like complex depth and just feeling. And at the same time, Cancer can just like be as cold as ice. Like they can love you with all their heart, and then whatever betrayal or something can happen, and that switch can just be flipped in an instant. And it's as if they never knew you. So I don't know why I got on that tangent. Just how incredible these archetypal energies are, and how complex and how incredible and complex each of us is. So, what do you want me to know about this card and salt? Celebrate. Like I was wondering if the imagery that's similar to the lovers, if there's like some kind of choice, specific choice here involved in this situation. And it like yes, absolutely, always, but some of you are gonna have something to celebrate. Damn. While someone is like bitter, angry, salty in the negative sense, somebody else is going to be celebrating. It's interesting too. I never really noticed, but like this kind of looks like a mountain, and this kind of looks like me it could be a crown. It looks more like the body of a snake or something, but there's no head or tail to see. But like someone's gotten to the top of a mountain and they're celebrating and someone else is fucking pissed off about it. And there's choice involved in that, you know, we get to choose if we're going to be bitter or jealous or inspired and happy for somebody else. Just heard that song. The leader of the pack. Vroom, vroom, vroom. What's that from? Greece? All right, we'll get one more card here to clarify. Nah, yeah, we'll just call it there, folks. If you've been working hard on something and your intention, your motivation has been truth, you're going to be successful and you will have people around you who are going to be angry about your success. Let's go ahead and pull one more. Can we just get a little bit more detail? Message for our highest good about this situation. All right. We had two come out. We have the Six of Wands. Yeah. Victory and success. And then we had the Knight of Wands in reverse. Fire energy. Um, we have the Sun is Leo energy. Six of Wands is, I'm not sure if it's Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But, oh, and see, he's like holding a wreath and he's wearing a wreath. And so I recently learned, I can't remember what kind of tree it is, but it's an evergreen. And the god Apollo was struck by Cupid's arrow. And essentially, he was like obsessed with Daphne. And she was also struck by Cupid's arrow, which struck her and made her feel repulsed by him. And so she kept running and running from him, and he just kept pursuing her, wanting, her to marry him. And then she asked whatever God to help her, and he turned her into this evergreen tree. And that's why Apollo, like the victor's wreath was made out of her leaves. Sorry, that was like pretty butchered. But someone's gonna win. Someone's gonna win. Someone's gonna be successful. And there may even like people are gonna see it. It's going to be known, heard, talked about. Six of Wands has to do with public recognition and acknowledgement. And there's there's two horses, and the Knight of Wands is also fire energy. I believe it's Sagittarius, but I could be wrong. So it just, Aries, Leo, Sag came out in reverse. So it's like there is a winner and there is a loser in this situation. It's like someone thought they could rush in and stop this this success, this victory. But so the salamander has to do with protection. Someone, like I was that message in the beginning, someone thought they had access or they had the ability or they could do something because somebody else did it. But they were mistaken. They don't have access. They don't have the ability to thwart someone else's happiness. The sun represents happiness and healing. Happiness and healing. I'm getting like the turtle and the rabbit, and like the rabbit is obviously way faster. And, he makes fun of the turtle the whole time. And he's so far ahead that he thinks he can take a nap. And then he wakes up and the turtle crosses the finish line just moments before he does. And it's like somebody thought they had something in the bag. And they were wrong. And they're fucking pissed about it. They're just crazy. They're just like super different energies too. Like just look at the energies of the horses, the body language of the riders. They both have a wand. This one's wearing this like their face is fully shrouded. The helmet is like blocking the sun, which is spirit, source, the divine, the truth. This person is wearing a wreath. They're divinely guided and blessed. Someone wanted to steal, they thought they could steal someone's protection, steal someone's sunshine, their joy. their vitality, their love, their life. Okay. May you be happy, may you be well, and may you be peaceful, and most of all, may you be free. Something about your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is, I recently heard, the seat of your soul. And, it's your inner sun, it's your fire, it's your courage, it's your confidence, it's your will, it's your drive. Some of you are going through a solar plexus solar plexus awakening. This is another thing I learned, that the snake year, which we're coming out of in the next couple months, and we're moving into to the year of the horse, and it's specifically the fire horse. Um, Not ironic. So this is 2026 prediction, again, timeless. Um, but the snake year was all about transformation and truth. That's what this thing was like about. The snake year revealed a lot of truth, and the horse year is about having the courage to do something about the truth you now know. Okay. Ciao. There it is. Okay, bye.